Yeah. They're going to get a test, though, Harry, to that point. You know, I mean, since they've been at this tournament, paiN, obviously, they had the bad news, Bears battering. They won 16-1. If you remember that, I think that's the biggest scoreline we've had at the tournament. They beat EG. They've beaten O Plano on this map. And it was only against Team Liquid they looked to really struggle. So work cut out for you here at the start of the series if you're O Plano.
It certainly is. They're such an excellent Nuke team over on paiN. And I actually like this veto in general for them. Train's a little bit tougher to judge just because I don't think we've gotten a huge test of paiN's train lately. They haven't played it most recently. In some of their previous engagements, the only team they really lost to was Extra Salt, but every single one of those games, and there were 3 back-to-back losses on it, were 16-13. So I think this veto is really quite nice for paiN. I think that we could see another 2-0 come through here. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, though, but I think a lot of it is going to come from what O Plano we see here on Nuke.
That double-digit T side I just talked about, it was against paiN. It was paiN going 13-2 on their T half of Nuke, and then O Plano getting 12 rounds himself in the second half and pulling it back and losing in round 30. So we've been here before, and we'll be here again. KNG has dropped the bomb down B, and he's decimated paiN in this pistol.
I see you're a believer in the Nietzschean philosophy of eternal recurrence there, Hugo. I like it. And things are looking existentially bleak for Henny as he gets taken out by PKL. Lucas is going to immediately pounce back, and Big Azera in a clutch situation about to face off against the Julies of VSM. Nightmare Fuel coming to him, and you can see VSM playing with his food a little bit, just waiting for him, letting him check the site, and now here he goes. Is he actually going to go for that? No, he's just going to gun him down in the streets. And there it is. O Plano with a pistol and some suitable BM to get inside paiN's heads.
Yeah. Worth denying the plant rather than...
Oh, I love the beanie as well, can I say? I've actually just bought a beanie just like that. Yeah. Not like in this moment upon seeing it for the first time.
That'd be very fast.
Quick on the fingers.
Like this morning, I ordered one that is the exact same color, maybe even the exact same brand.
Sorry, what is his shirt
Shout
say?
out beanies one time.
Didn't
I think it says, we are young, fresh, hip, and we are the best esports all time. Here it is. Leo. Oh, that was actually KNG to steal that one away. Doesn't matter. It's lovely what we're getting out of O Plano there. 2-0, the conversion found. I love it, man. The Beanie Brothers.
All right, so his shirt
both
says,
wearing them.
Unless I'm crazy here, it says minus something plus orgasm. And I have questions.
What would you minus to...
Yeah, let's hope that's right, and you're not just, you know...
Do you know where...
I've either really Freudian slipped myself here, or...
Do you know where the word beanie comes from?
I don't.
No.
Well, common misconception, it's because it makes your head look like a bean. That's not true. It actually comes from... There was a type of hat worn in medieval universities called a Bajanus, which was then corrupted and turned into Venus, which I realize now that I've started this. Venus is also a funny meme, isn't it? But anyway, it later became a Venus, and then basically over the years it became beanies.
So now what I want to ask, Richard, is what conversation or when in your life did you learn that information to just give it back to us?
HatCon 2012, Hugo. Where I was...
There was some...
That was back, you know, he was back there with Cad Red, attending HatCon. It was a big thing.
I had a full head of hair back then, obviously. Didn't think much about the need for hats.
No, he was actually laughing at like all the hairless folks covering up with hats. He was thinking...
It was HatCon 2012 that actually led to the rise of the fedora being a popular headgear, piece of headgear with neck beards.
I mean, never forgiven you since.
I was just there as an observer.
Yeah. Jeesh. Leo with the double. Good game out of Leo. Yeah. Love him. Love him. Love what we're getting out of him as well.
Oh.
Oh man, that was a really pure smile out of Leo just then.
Reckon he was thinking, God, isn't it crazy to think that that type of hat has been around for so long that there was even a medieval word for it?
Well, I mean, of any type of hat, that does seem to be the most straightforward. It's just a piece of cloth that covers your head, right?
Well, you know, listen, a lot goes into making those, Mike. You might be surprised. You might be surprised. Yeah.
Hit me with more beanie facts here, Richard. Hit me with
well, no, I'll just set you a little homework assignment because we're bringing Robin back, so you will have a day off. So on that day off, just you try and make a beanie. And I think if you do that, if you do that, you'll have a renewed respect for the people who stitch those hats together, mate. A lot harder than you think.
Well, Richard, this is actually my last day on broadcast, so I'll have a lot of days off. So I'll start my beanie company.
And remember, because you've destroyed any chance of a CS Summit being in the future, potentially your last ever summit, all of our last broadcasts as well. So I hope you're happy, Mike. I hope you go away happy. And while you're stitching that beanie and pricking your fingers, and ooh, ow, this hurts. Ooh, I hope you think about that.
I mean, when I came on this broadcast, I set a goal for myself. One of two things. I was either going to be good enough that they wanted to bring me back or be bad enough that they could never host another event again. No in between. Scorched earth.
Wow. Well, yeah. I mean, you're doing a great job then. This is all coming together quite nicely.
Either I get hired or none of us get hired.
Well,
oh, KNG. Just like Darth Mike, he's also got a plan here. He's trying to hold on to this A bomb site. Oh, there's the support from VSM. Backstab is in. And big Zera. He's dead to that AWP. O Plano building up a very convincing CT side right now. I will say they talk about this team being hype, being loud, you know, like pumping each other up. Yeah. And I think when you're in games like this, where your back is against the wall, that is where that stuff can like make or break your team, right? And the fact that they are firing each other up, they are looking good early, certainly bodes well for O Plano. I am excited for when we get the AWP on safe. I really want to know how he stacks up against, you know, the potential double AWP of KNG and Henny on the other side.
We could have it as soon as next round. They'll have the option. They've got the capital for it. They already managed to get some kills going, but it's been bleak. It's been few and far between. Meager rations for the paiN banks in the kill count. I just heard the whisper of a giggle there.
I know what Harry's laughing at as well.
That's me muting his mic before he starts laughing.
Oh, Richard, you really are just, you know, all mediums of comedy, just striking it home right now.
Oh, damn it, Jack Bauer, you really are the man. Well, who will be the merry men in this round? paiN. Grouping back in the lobby. Double back site here for O Plano. I like it, you know, great position to anchor a bomb site from. No way someone's getting a plant when you're playing there, and with two CTs in position, it's quite the crossfire. But will paiN be meeting them in the middle, or will they be diving down the vents? And he's trying to make sure they do not. And at the very least, he'll have that info if they do. Molly on the hut, Henny turns to dodge a flash, and a man gets down with another man with the bomb. So little plant coming in on that lower bomb site right now. paiN are making the best of a bad situation, of a low economy round. And now O Plano, they've got a retake.
Ooh, and now they have an AUG. Except they don't.
Oh, hang on though. This timing out of the lobby flank. I think it's Hardzao. It could be big. It could be nothing.
They gotta go.
It could be big because O Plano are taking their time. The more time they take, the bigger grave they're gonna dig themselves here. Hardzao. Oh, we can't get them off the bomb. Oh, it's such a shame. All the kills, but the defuse is in. And it's a damn good try from Hardzao.
Wow.
But O Plano still move on to 5 as they stick the defuse. A sad story, not planted for ramp.
Yeah, he could not have done anything in that situation, right? He even goes for the wallbang that, you know, was 1 second before the bomb is defused. Maybe in a world that hits and he wins the round, but not today. And that's such a nice try. Gets
That
a free ult
is-
for safe, though.
That is
dies.
a
Ignore me.
heartbreaker. That is a heartbreaker.
I mean, even if he didn't realize, I guess, that how low the player was, because the Tech 9 bullet would have been plenty. Might have given him just that extra half a second to get around the corner. That's tough. I've gotten a report from the Twitterverse. What VSM shirt says. It's minus violence plus orgasm. Not sure I understand the connection, but I guess it's a message I can get behind.
Is that make love not war, but like simplified?
Yeah.
I guess so. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's sort of ironic in a way. It's kind of very similar to Extremum with their, you know, we don't want to be the best esports org, but we are an esports org. And here you are playing a game that is all about violence, and yet you say, I'm not really interested in the violence. I would rather have an orgasm, which there is no capacity for that in CS.
Yeah.
Maybe if like this was more of like a hentai dating sim.
They
Like
do
competitive.
have those on Steam, don't they?
They do have them.
Yeah.
And in VR as well. They cover all their bases, by the way.
Well,
bet
let's
those bases are
certainly
covered.
hope VSM doesn't throw away a promising Counter-Strike career to go and be a professional virtual reality person. Let's
One word.
because I've enjoyed watching him play immensely at this tournament, and I'm glad that
Hey, I'd
Valve
loved it
changed
as
their
well.
stance. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, no, that is so big. Like, it is criminal after, especially after seeing how good he's been to O Plano here. Like, imagining a world where exactly what happened with people like Yampy. They just kind of have to go find something else to do. Oh, VSM, we speak of the devil, and he shall appear, dropping the bomb. And, oh, he really is the devil with all the fire around him. Or maybe ice, you never know. Look at this. Safe, in with one. Oh, making a
he's
double.
popping off
And now
again.
he's causing trouble. He might be low on HP. But this guy, he's been a real diamond in the rough. Safe. Playing around that bomb, using it like a second man. He knows the pressure is on Lucas here to tap it and to bait this peak out. And Safe just isn't giving him it. Lucas, who's hunting right now, is wasting a lot of time trying to nullify some of these angles. And now he should have really pieced it together where Safe is. But Safe has wrapped back to the double doors, away from Decon. Lucas thinks it's a Decon plot, but he turns on a dime, gets the kill, but no time for the defuse.
Expertly played from Safe. Doesn't even matter that he dies at the end there. Like that play, the shots are quick. He rotates around. Lucas realizes he can't tap the bomb. He might not get peeked. He has to hunt. And at that point, Safe's already won it.
Bit of a,
Yeah, this guy's a beast.
I mean, Safe, even in their heavy defeat against Liquid, I mean, Safe came out 50 kills across 2 maps. I mean, this guy, you know, if you think about this tournament sort of as being the shop window, again, a metaphor, you know, he's definitely put himself in it.
No off this round, though. The money did bottom out a little bit. They're going to throw the cross smokes. And KNG look like so many targets on his plate right there. He gets one. They're going to manage to cross. Already Henny down B. Bit of a broken force here for O Plano. The AWP is of big importance here. 3 Deagles. Still with lobby control. Big trying to hold on to that. The rest of paiN working lower. Don't want to go too early before VSM's rotated. That's what you're hoping for. This outside to B take. If they can kill Henny, VSM will drop off the ramp. Then Big Azera can come in with a backstab. We'll see if it turns out like that. Henny spotted and tucking in the corner. Oh, the double peek. And now ramp's open. Now this flank can come in. VSM's gone. Hards out, doubles up. Big Zero on the flank, but there's no one rotating ramp. They're taking different routes. KNG's gone outside. Leo dead in the vents. And now they can plant B if they please, but another kill could be on... Oh dear. That's so close. He saw the bomb, though, so he's not going to go right back for it. Now it's going to go down. Hards out can stick it to Decon. Or the double. And O Plano might just save.
Just another hat fact that I know, obviously, hat's a big part of, you know, Brazilian history. So wanted to come prepared for this cast specifically. Describe to me a cowboy hat, Hugo.
Hang on, let me get our cowboy hat, and then he can just start. Hugo, there you go. Study the cowboy hat.
We got, you know, the top, and then we got the round edge, almost like a UFO kind of thing.
Yeah, like a UFO shape.
Yeah, it's got the,
well,
I'm gonna
stop
under
you.
your neck.
I'm gonna cut you off because you haven't described the traditional cowboy hat at all. In fact, the traditional cowboy hat, little known fact, was the bowler hat in the American West.
I'd call that myself a bowler hat.
The bowler hat, designed in 1849 specifically as a riding hat. And then it only later had the association of being suitable for business in the 1900s. So, there you go. When you see all those westerns where they're wearing Stetsons, they're not factually accurate.
Well, I tipped my hat to you for that one, Richard.
Thank you. I'll be back with more hat facts a little later on.
Fantastic.
If you'd like to unsubscribe from Hat Facts, please text STOP right now.
Please tweet hotbid right now.
Please tweet
at
@hot_bid.
all exclamation marks.
Yeah, tweet it in the word stop.
Into the void, not at anyone specific.
Oh, I just snorted.
Shout into the mirror 3 times.
I hear you say, if you say Richard Lewis 3 times into the mirror, he appears behind you. That's not how it works, Richard.
Wearing a bowler hat.
And just a bowler hat.
No, that really would be. That's scarier than Candyman if that was true, isn't it? That's not a hook, sir. That's not a hook.
A hat for either head, and here we go.
Well, I mean, he needs one for the beanie, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's wearing the beanie
old
underneath
penis.
it all. It's a little penis flapping in the wind.
You can say it now and it's fine, see. I've normalised it.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yep. But anyway, I did say I'd be back later with more hat facts, so I'll let you guys cast the game, as I know you're prone to do. And
we are prone to do that, yeah, occasionally.
It's an outbreak.
Here we go.
Nicely.
It's the big Venus, and O Plano's hungry. They've got 1 on the Deagle so far. Lucas with the swing. Woo, just gonna fall on a KNG now in the 1v2. Don't really know what happened there, but now he's looking into the door. Cards out. Neck is. Oh! KNG, baby! Remember the name. Let's go. Step up, KNG. Step the fuck up, Kyle. Here he is, 1v1, trying to make it happen. Back in the sight. Neck is, going for a little cross, trying to get across the choppy waters. Ship sinker, KNG, gets caught checking the top of the hut. It's a damn good try. I was believing, but paiN do manage to get that round.
They certainly do, and it's a big one. Just if you are listening, just to make it clear, the K in KNG doesn't stand for Kyle. Harry was quoting something unrelated to CS, as he is prone to do, which is very upsetting. Another hat fact, while we've got a timeout. Did you know in Elizabethan England, every boy specifically, over the age of 6, had to wear a wool cap on Sundays and national holidays? And this wasn't because of any puritanical streak or weird taboo about hair or anything like that. It was to help the wool trade.
So they've been like lobbied, had they? They've been lobbied.
Yes, essentially a very early medieval form of lobbying, which is very popular with American politicians, isn't it? Bribery.
Yep.
In Europe.
Crime, another word.
See,
the wall back to heaven.
They hit it.
He did hit it.
I like that.
I like that.
You'll find that out later when you get the assist as well. It'll be a nice little feeling.
If you get the assist.
Yeah. He might get the kill instead, Harry. And then he'll never know. But yeah, that's really cool. It's a big wall bang. Not big as error. Berlin International Gaming. Respect 1 time. If you hit the headshot, well, that's an insta-kill, but not today. Instead, it's the ramp contact. VSM, you see the leg, he pre-fires, and he goes a bit wider. I like that as well. Dodges the angle that Big Zero was about to pre-fire. Now the lurk smoke out ramp to get them going. VSM climbs above it all. Oh, he can't find a second though. Neck is low, lives. Doesn't commit there, maybe expecting another hell player, but really, with only 3 up, O Plano are stacked up on that top site, 2 outside. Maybe looking to rotate lower with ramp lost. And that wouldn't be a bad shout.
Got the
Oh,
positioning.
yeah, the double rotate. I like that. Go on, Darth, you take it.
At this point, it's going to be a massacre. Spray down from Leo Drunky. He's got it. I want to get that bomb planted. Not a lot of health to spare between these two players. They will be able to punch in the numbers. So Nuke is a little bit isolated. His teammate trying to come in to help, but they don't expect him to be close up by the blue box, and the teammate might just be able to get here in time. There it is for PKL. They brought it down to the clutch for Lucas. He knows where both players are. He's got a good read on their position, but they've been able to elevate. Nuke got out of the angle, got up top. He thinks he's just hiding behind the box. He thinks he's just tucked, and meanwhile, time is whittling away. Lucas has to get into this. He doesn't have the kit. He has to go now. He's missed it, and the whole time, Nuke was laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah, I love that reposition. Great cover from PKL as well in the first place. And Lucas, he had no idea where to look after spraying that corner, was so convinced. You okay?
I'm great.
You're great? All right. That's good news. Anything you want to share with the class, young Russell?
No.
No? Stay after class, Harry. Detention for you.
This feels like when someone's passing notes, the one's receiving.
Just eat it quick.
Nice openers here. This should just about be the round. Obviously not a lot of firepower. And Safe will take an extra kill. Ooh, could be a player caught back here towards the lobby. And he's going to start to clear this in.
Oh.
Catches hard. Zhao repositioning, but he's going to be watching the angle. Still, can Henny just pre-fire this or just wait him out? Waiting him out seems to be the ticket. Be a gun. Have to get it past Safe as well. He's the guardian of this gun. Let's see if Henny can get it away. Fish on the line. Patient fisherman. Waits till the right moment to start reeling them in.
Well, I'm just going to cut in here as the Trout King and tell you that's wrong. When you're fishing, the trick is it's all right. You've only got the element of surprise for like maybe 20 seconds. You need to get a fish on the end ASAP. Once they know the hook's in the water, they ain't interested, right? But they dumb for the first like 20 seconds. You throw the hook in, you put a bit of meat on the end, a bit of meat. That's the important part, right? Fish love meat. You throw that in.
Yeah.
And you just start wheeling it back up as soon as it hits the water. Because like when they see the meat moving, that's what really gets the fish going,
yeah,
right?
Dude, bit of meat
it's
movement.
provocative.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to do. You want to tempt the fish in with quick movements, quick jarring movements. And a lot of love.
It's like playing Counter-Strike in a lot of ways, isn't it?
It is, man. It's about, you know, being unexpected, being hard to read. And so here, we have a bit of an A play. Volleys are down, smokes are down, and the push is coming in. Leo, refusing to die, might finally have to die. The AWP with a missed shot. Big Zera. Big Zera.
Oh, Leo.
Leo with the out position, but Big Zera with the big brain knows about him, clears out the bomb site. He's kind of piecing it together.
Triple AWP.
Yeah,
Triple AWP. Yeah,
how is he
very
getting this
interesting.
bomb? How is he getting this bomb?
This is like, you know, trying to navigate a minefield, man, but you don't have a metal detector or anything. You're just out here praying. Oh, my word. Big Zera.
Wow.
Dead on the third peak. It is the third time a charm for Leo. And so O Plano is still streaking rounds together.
Yeah, KNG's 3-0 in opening duels right now. Safe, on the other hand, 0-4. What a turnaround that is. Safe's had some nice shots, sure. He's only had one, now two. Maybe this is third AWP, but even so, Not been good for those opening kills. And they keep the triple AWP, by the way. They don't throw it in the mud, swap it out for a rifle. No, they just keep it going. They just run it right back. Why not? KNG dropping in, looking for another opener towards the hut. Henny's got his outside, VSM on the ramp. AWPs are all split right now. Oh, don't give KNG the chance to wallbang you back. He sees your bullets. Henny might call for some outside help. They're moving in slowly. Oh, jiggle at ramp denied. Bit of a tag onto Big, and there's not really much main control here. It's just the AWP behind CT vent. They could walk right in for all KNG's concerned. Henny's trying to at least spot them if they do, and there's the second of 3 AWPs firing off. Henny has shot his as well outside. It's all making a very pretty picture right now for O Plano. 3 kills off of 3 shots. Make that 4, and now just big as ever. Oh dear.
Finally, some daylight opening up for O Plano.
Yeah, it's a little rough to fall away from you like that, right? And, you know, now your money's in a really rough spot as well. We always talk about the money. It's because you need that to buy the guns in this game. And, yeah, look, man, you've got this little force, right? Not really much to go off of here. Even missing helmets on 2 of these players, which are a form of hat. They're going to try and drop down through the vent. Ardzao does live to tell this tale. Will it be a long story or a short one, as VSM is already here? Oh, you need to try and put a stop to this. There he is, dealing with the lower flank, even spraying the ground. KNG, not letting them in through ramp. And yeah, man, hats off to O Plano. This is a great little defense.
Just on the subject of helmets, and I was going to do this one a little bit later as a hat fact, 'cause I know hats are obviously hugely important to all the people watching Counter-Strike right now. The oldest known use of hat actually dates back to, of helmets specifically, dates back to Assyrian soldiers, approximately 900 BC. So up until that point, people were just having their skulls domed in, till somebody thought, like, why don't we put something to stop the doming? Incredible when you think about it, really.
Stop the doming!
The undoming.
I mean, when does that date to like work? You're not exactly gonna be rocking helmets.
Well,
what, rocks?
Wood,
I suppose you could do. Could do leather.
Nobody thought to make a bit of hollow. So, like, you've made a bowl, you've made a wooden bowl, and not one person has thought this would do me for protective headgear as well if it was just a little bit bigger. You put your bowl on your head as a kid all the time. Humankind couldn't figure that out.
The first guy showing up to battle in like full armor must have just felt like an absolute thing, just like crushing all these like nude soldiers into the ground with just his bare hands, like picking them up.
Yeah.
He's like,
someone's like clubbing him. It's just like they're getting confused. They're thinking it's like, it sounds like a bell.
Just
He's
a
not
god
a bell.
or something, man.
He's not a bell. He's a soldier. Not a bell. Anyway, I will be back with another hat fact a little bit later on, guys.
Nice. All right. Thank you very much, Richard. It's good. Keep your ears to the street. Well, you can't do that if you're wearing a hat. Never mind. Neck is all alone. 1v4. And he's going to try to do anything to get a little further ahead here. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Neck.
Fire helmet.
Oh, Plano fans, how do you feel about that one? How do you feel about Neck is there?
Let us know at hot_.
Neck is now. He's flipped the bowl up. He's wearing it on his head. Unstoppable.
I like this.
Unsinkable.
Unsinkable, as they say. Here it is.
He's going all the way around just to die to the roof of garage.
Nah, he's safe. I hate to break it to you guys.
Well, it's been broken.
I do love the roof of garage. No one ever uses it laying around, right? It's always that you go for that first peek where people just forget it's a possibility.
It's just such a ridiculous spot. Like, you're just so open. but that makes it all the more better to eat you with. And orb save. Not 3 this time around, but forgiven. Seeing a great O Plano here right now, though. Good CT side. paiN buying up for the final round of the half. Got to give it their all. You never know what you're going to get out of O Plano on that T half. And still no orb for safe. He really is having a bit of a mare as one of the best players, you know, from his entire region that's not already on a top team.
I don't think that's a saying I'm terribly familiar with. Having a mare.
Yeah, having a real like bad time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, mare means horses as well.
But so. Right,
I don't know the words. I just say them.
That's not one I've heard before.
If wanted to guess, maybe it's because, like,
it's British.
You know, mares can be pretty stressful, right, to deal with, quite a lot. So maybe, you know, you're going through a lot. You're having a mare.
The mare is short for nightmare.
Oh,
apparently,
not horse related. I tried to help.
I like it. I like where you're going with it. I was trying to think. Maybe you're trying to get.
They're having a pesadelo. Because his name means nightmare in Portuguese.
Does it?
Apparently. Yeah.
That's actually super interesting.
yeah.
So there we go. What can I say? I got facts for days. By the way, what is this retake? It's all done. They've just been re-mollied in secret 4 times and haven't been able to move. And now the bomb is going to go off, and Lucas is just saving in round 15. Oh. So it's 9-6, you know? O Plano are leading the way. They've got a plan, but is it the plan, or is it just a one-way street to paiN? Find out in a moment. We'll be back with the second half.
Mike Tyson said everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face. We're about to see if Nuke and paiN are about to punch O Plano in the face. Take it away.
Richard did only leave 1 instruction. I was just waiting to see if anyone else was going to pick it up, but it's fine.
You could have just left it and then picked it up right then and not said all that, Harry, but kind of broken the wall here, the 4th wall.
Oh. Cards out.
Aye.
Dink now.
Big flank.
They're up. Safe, making his presence now. Now they're thinking,
he stepped.
Oh no. Big Zara gave him a little hint. Ooh, VSM. It made. He sees one. VSM's good in moments like this, though, right? When you need someone to do something a little bit wacky, a little bit wild, VSM is usually the guy.
Not this time.
What was this round? I'd love to know, like, what the best case scenario is. They were 1 down secret, 2 out ramp.
Yeah, we might be seeing another classic O Plano T half on Nuke. I don't know.
But Richard, at least their pistols are usually cool.
Yeah, true.
Oh dear.
Well then.
PKL collects. I was gonna say, Richard, you said everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. If you don't have a plan, that can't be an issue.
That is also true. I also want to make it clear as well. Obviously, it was it's just a saying. It's a metaphor. Much like VSM's T-shirt. You know, violence bad, love good.
Gotta help chat distinguish between simulations and reality.
Indeed.
Metaphors. We're very educational.
You know, I always think, like, you know, where is the line drawn between metaphor and reality? Because for it to even be a metaphor, it has to be somewhat based in reality, right?
Indeed.
Like when people say there's more than one ways to skin a cat,
Awful.
I'm assuming that's because
somebody.
Probably,
yeah, that's awful, isn't it? To think about.
Well, that is awful.
Yeah, don't think about the origin for too many sets. There's a lot of them out there, and you go, Christ, like what had to happen to even lead to this as the same?
We've got it pretty good in our lives now. There's relatively stable food sources for us, relatively stable clothing sources. But once upon a time, that wasn't the case. And look, there was a cat out there, and you were real hungry.
Well, just moving away from pets being eaten during times of crisis. You know, I don't know if you know, because obviously with 2 Brazilian teams playing and hats being so important in Brazil, I did want to throw in some facts about hats over the course of the broadcast. Did you know in Fargo, in North Dakota, it's actually illegal to dance with a hat on, or even to wear a hat to a function where dancing would take place? And it's such an egregious law, you could actually go to jail for it. It actually has
I almost
it's not even a fine. It's not even a fine. Yep, that you could go to jail for it.
What's the reason?
New BTS skit, right? We all fly to wherever this made-up
Fargo,
place
North
is
Dakota.
that bands dancing in hats. And we all just dance in hats, and we see...
real?
Yep, there it is. You can see it.
Just because it's a law doesn't mean they enforce it, though, right?
Well, what's interesting is they definitely couldn't, because clothing is a form of speech in the United States, and speech is guaranteed to be free by the Constitution. So you could not enforce that law. But it seems like there is one on the books.
Now, Mike, far be it from me to question your qualifications as a constitutional lawyer. Do you have any qualifications?
No, I don't. But I believe there have been I believe someone fact check me, please. There have been multiple cases of because it's not like it's in a specific place. You can set a dress code for a location. I don't think you can set a dress code for a city.
Well, anyway, I will be back with more hat facts a little bit later on. We're about to go into a gun round, so.
Don't worry. My whole slogan when I run from is run from, obviously not for. I'm running from him. When I run for mayor, I'm going to say, you can't just, you're allowed to dance and wear hats. In fact, you actively have to all the time.
All the time. Either be wearing a hat or dancing.
No, both. You have to do both.
Okay.
I found a
actively
list
at all times
of crazy laws in North Dakota. The first of which is it's illegal to lie down and fall asleep with your shoes on.
Fair. Yeah, fair enough. Next penalty for that one, I reckon. Here we go. Neckers gonna be good for the first. But look at this from Lucas. Ooh. Hell of an entry on him today. Charges into this A site, but it might all be in vain as the trades do come through. Well,
there it is. paiN take the lead.
Yeah, little top explode for O Plano. They get the entries, but then they relax very quickly, and that's when the hut flank comes in, the orb comes out of ramp to rotate heaven. Very quick rotations from paiN, good round, but can they do it again? Got a rebuy, we've got a full force here without the plant. O Plano putting everything in. A couple of AKs, got to do the heavy lifting. Windows getting broken just to instill the fear in paiN that they're going to get fully flashed out on the A site. And this really is the test for O Plano. Like, what do they have in the T side? They may have, got 12 or 13-2'd and then 12-3'd back the half against paiN the other day. But this is a different day. This is a different game. And right now we haven't seen a lot on this T half. So we need something spectacular. We need some form of plan, at least. You okay, Harry? Is that on purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That really hurt, actually, my head.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do an O Plano joke. I was just saying they need a plan because we haven't seen a lot.
A what? Sorry.
You're hilarious. They need a direction. They need an idea. They need a round. Will they get it?
They need O Plano.
They need
the
plan, do they?
Here we go. This is it. Can they do it? Their moment. O Plano. And no Plano for Leo. Henny will trade. However, CS, it's a bit of a numbers game. I hate to break it to you. And you'll
Save
note
it.
that 4, more than 2. And so that will just be a save because, and this is where it does get a little bit, just keep up, hang on. It's a numbers game in more ways than 1, right? While 4 is more than 2, there's also no money, which is a whole other layer of complexity here.
I gotta say, I'm glad Robin's not here for the pure concept of, not concept, what am I saying, but just so he didn't have to watch that one round, because that was the most O Plano T-side nuke round we've ever seen.
And then he would have said, to your point, Hugo.
To your point, they're not going to cross the smokes at 30 seconds, and he's right. They didn't have the smokes, is worth
when
noting.
you put
Only
those
one
smokes down that late in the round, if there's one thing that's universally true, it's almost always a fake.
And then they go and save. They hold T-spawn all around, then they walk to red, and then they die, and then they save. So, yeah, not much of a plan there, but there's more rounds to be played, eh? Eh?
Hey, that's a different number. They're running out of them, though. There's not too many more rounds to be played at this point. Starting to get a bit dire, especially with the money being all kinds of wonky weird. If you don't get a bomb plant here, it's going to be screwy for the rest of the half, really. And once again, I can't really figure out what they're trying to do. They haven't taken any space outside. They're kind of milling around here. Leo Drunky at least has some positioning to look for the garage fight. They're chilling in lobby. They're down to a single smoke, a couple flashbangs, and a Molotov. Smoke has now been spent. So where are they going to go with this? What are they trying to do here?
Yeah, I mean, look at how much CT util there is left.
I do love listening to Mike get to grips with what it is to see O Plano on Nuke, right?
Oh, yeah.
Why? What do they want?
You haven't been here, mate. You haven't
No.
seen the thing.
I don't know what they want.
Every game. It doesn't matter how many first half rounds they get. This always happens. They just look a little lost, mate. And they're not getting given kills. Leo is still waiting behind main at 30 seconds. And this is the thing that Robin always gets mad about. And now I'm starting to get mad because they're not moving. They're just holding outside. Leo is still holding outside. 25 seconds, they're going to split main. But Leo's going to be late because he's still holding. Are they going? They got to go through the molly.
The bomb's dropped. It was the first thing in. And there it is.
And if you are tuning in and watching O Plano on T-side Nuke for the first time, no, they're not experiencing packet loss. That is the strat. They stand still.
Why? It just...
It's every game, I think. It is every game. And I'm getting a little bit sick of it. Because they show such great T-sides on other
I know, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
They show such great CT sides and such great individuals, and then they go to T-side Nuke and they just forget everything.
And I want to just say that Hugo never gets this passionate about anything, and the only reason it's all seething out is because you see the potential in this O Plano team. You know how good they can be.
Show us.
And yet this is what they give us on a T side time and time again. Look, they've gone by PKL. He's just playing with them. He's like, lol, look at this. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. They've crossed by one another. PKL, so many kills, but only good for one. It's a little messy. They've actually been given the fights they were hoping for outside. It's given them this 3-on-3. They've got some space. They've got some map control. What are they going to do with it?
Oh, nice shot from VSM.
Yeah,
now this is where
you got to come up bigger there, PKL. If they lose this round,
yeah, he shot the wrong guy first. I thought he was going to shoot the guy on red who was next to him, not the guy who had his complete, 180 back turn. He would have had way more time to react and flick back. Yeah, a lot of panic, a lot of pressure to a lot of players, and now we have a 2-on-2, a wallbang AWP shot. I couldn't tell you. Oh, the swing out red late. Henny's dead. He could have waited. Neckers would have had to come to him to rotate. Lucas gets to the plant, but the AWP, instant peek, and Hardzao another wallbang to close the round. 13-9. It started good for O Plano. It started good, but then again, they just lose direction. They hang around. They lose a fight, and there's the round.
Yep, and while that defuse comes in, obviously, Brazilian derby, hats. So you'll like this one, Mike.
Okay.
Panama hats. You know where are they made?
The U.S., I believe.
They're actually from Ecuador.
Oh. I know it's Teddy Roosevelt is why they're called Panama hats, right?
That's not part of the factoid. I am dispensing. Maybe it's in my book of hat facts. I will double check that for you.
If I know a hat fact that you don't.
Yeah. Well, I don't want people to think I'm crazy by doing these hat facts. I haven't memorized all of these. Obviously, they come from a book of hat facts that I've got. But anyway, they're made in Ecuador from the leaves of the tequila. Sounds like tequila, but it isn't. Palm. And they just call that now the Panama hat plant. I'm guessing they did name it after the invention of the hats, because it would be a hell of a coincidence if it was the other way around. So there you go. So, more hat facts a little bit later on.
Thank you, Richard. I'm appropriately factoid to the brim.
So, building on my Teddy Roosevelt point, because I finally know a hat fact. I'm pretty excited about that fact. Apparently, a lot of the naming origin came from gold prospectors making their way through the Panama Canal and picking up the hats in Ecuador. But they became popular in the U.S. when Teddy Roosevelt came back from the opening of the Panama Canal, and all of his team and himself were sporting Panama hats, thus sparking the name. Yeah,
it says here as well in the book of hat facts. And I feel like we're getting a bit over-facted here, but it does also say that sometimes it's called traditionally called a Monte Cristi.
Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
Like the
just with an I at the end.
Maybe we should shut the fact up and get on with the round, because look at this. They're actually going to cross red after a minute. Robin said it couldn't be done. Robin said it shouldn't be done.
Where is your God now,
anyway?
Where is
what do you got to say for yourself?
Now?
Well, he might be in the B site in the form of Hardzao, posted in Zentaris, ready to stop this round from ever being under consideration. Nice shot from Safe. Hardzao helps out. Bomb is all that remains on Lucas's back. 15 seconds, he needs every kill. They're all here, and one shot is all Safid takes to win the round. 14-9, and we have yet to see anything on the T side here for O Plano, despite a great first half.
It was 9-6.
Yeah.
9-6.
Like, I hate this because it makes it sound like I'm taking it away from paiN, and I don't want to, because paiN are playing good, but I'm not surprised that paiN have won every round with what we've seen in the second half.
I mean, you still have to execute if you're paiN, right? Because O Plano are just want you to fight them and give them fights, because they don't know what to do beyond that. But so you have to stay disciplined, you have to not give it to them, and you have to execute when they do eventually hit. But it's just very frustrating to watch that they just... It's the image of the guy poking something with a stick saying, do something.
Yeah.
You need them to do something. 5-man ramp. Just run ramp.
Yeah, right. That's the other thing. They never go ramp.
Oh, yeah.
They only
if you ever want this team to go ramp, they won't do it. They did once. They had their best T side on record when they were throwing a bunch of fakes in and going ramp.
Yeah, where did that game go, right? That
well, if you remember,
yeah.
They then ended that comeback in 14-15. They went back to one of the strats that we always talk about not working. They went back to that top hit, and then they lost the game.
Yeah. But that game was great because they had fakes, like they were running outside smokes, they were doing things off of it, they would go ramp, they would force rotate, they would actually have some okay A hits as well in there. Like, we're not seeing any of that. That was against paiN. It's the same team. Sure, paiN have probably learned from that game, but it doesn't seem like the same O Plano. I don't know why, but they're going back to old familiar territory, and isn't that the most dangerous territory? You don't get back with your ex for a reason, okay?
Yeah, because she tried to stab you that one time.
Yeah, okay, we don't talk about that.
Stay right there.
15-9, and a flawless CT side for paiN Gaming if they have their way. Will they? Let's find out.
Here's the drop.
We'll be discussing more about Hugo's terrible relationship.
Just the one, actually.
After the break. So stick around for that, and stick around for this round.
Still a minute 20 seconds on it. They've lost their initial engagement outside, so now it seems they're going to go back to Old Faithful. Standing still. Everyone knows paiN Gaming's vision is based on movement. Stand still, they can't see you. That's how it works out. PKL. Can't win the duel against VSM. Does some damage, though. Now Safe's coming back into the angle. Going looking. Gonna find his prey. See, the problem there was VSM was side strafing. And so Safe could see him. It's the twins, though. I hear twins.
Yeah.
Big synergy here.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Whenever they are left in 2vx's together, they can sometimes give you good stuff, but they're split up, they're separated. They go in at the same time at least, but it all falls apart. And O Plano, it's another T side on Nuke that they would rather just forget about. I hope that we can see O Plano looking more like themselves on this second map, because right now paiN are 1-0 up, and they're looking to send O Plano packing.